Hey, guys, my name is Flo. Comment below after this video is done and let me know if you have had these type of dreams and if you understand them or if you were able to interpret them. So, there are 3 types of dreams. Well, there's more than 3 types of dreams. However, I feel like Spirit wants to get this message out. And there's a reason why. Right now, with the energy that we're working with, a lot of people are having intense dreams. Intense. Good morning. A lot of people are having very intense dreams right now. And they're dreaming so vividly that they feel like they're in another world and things are being shown to them. And there's things, that you're seeing that are warning you about people, or there's things that you're seeing that are giving you an advance notification on what's going on. I clicked this so fast. I have so many questions. Feel free to ask them. So we're going to talk about the main ones really quickly. I was going to do like a short video and explain the 3 dreams, but I feel like there's just so much more to it, and I feel like I'm not going to get enough information out there if I just did a quick video. So I also have some cards here because as I'm talking about the dreams, I want to see if spirit confirms for you why you're having these dreams or what they mean. Okay. All right. Excuse me, guys. I just woke up, so it takes me a second to get my throat back. Okay. So the 3 types of dreams that are main focused, Tita, all about wisdom, grand rising. So the 3 types of dreams Spirit has me focused on, which I feel like are going to be the most important for you. Interesting, because the girl that I just said hi to, I grew up with her, and she was in my dreams consistently. And I understand why. It's because a big part of my life was with her in it. So she would play roles of different people in my dreams, and I would see things that are happening, and it's like she was, going through these astral realms with me. It's like almost like Spirit was using someone that I was comfortable with to show me things that I might be afraid of or scared to go to. Okay? All right. I also know this, though, just so you know, not to scare anybody, or this is just to let you know. If you ever have a dream and it's confusing to you and you feel like it's distracting and annoying, what does it mean when you fight in your dreams? You're winning, but you're fighting in slow motion. So, Rich, I'll explain that in a second. Let me just write that down. Fighting. I've had those a lot. Fighting in my dreams. And, remember back then, I'm here. Remember back then, Flo, when you were fighting your dreams and you weren't able to fight back? Now, when I fight in my dreams, I'll whoop ass. Like, anybody who fucks with me in the dream state, they get their ass beat. Like, I used to not be able to fight people back. You have a lot of success coming to you. Thank you. I know, wisdom. You don't even know what that comment. You'll see. When the day comes, you're gonna be like, Flo, I told you, bitch. Told you, bitch. Told you. No, but listen. So, fighting in the dream, it could literally mean you're fighting for I'm hearing fighting for your life, fighting for your rights. Let's clear it in the throat, okay? Because we're going to get this message out. We're fighting for your life. We're fighting for something that is that you want, that you believe in, and that people are taking from you in your dream state. I've been having a lot of dreams but could never hear what was saying, and now I actually hear them talking to me now. Wow, okay. Top of the morning. So... All right, let me explain something to you really quick. Before we get into the questions, I want to explain to you what I channeled, what I picked up. Not only that, let's just say that I've accomplished and mastered the dream era, like where I am and what I do and what I see, and knowing, and I've been to a lot of different places in the astral realm that I can give to you the messages so that you can understand these parts of the dreams. Okay? So, good morning, guys. Love you. Okay, first thing, let me tell you. There are 3 types of dreams that I like to mention the most because a lot of people work with these 3 dreams. The first one we're going to talk about is the lower astral. So, the astral dimensions, there's a higher dimensions, there's a mid dimensions, there's the lower astral dimensions. When you're visiting the lower astral dimensions, a lot of times you'll be in places that look like here, but it's more like dark, You know what I'm saying? So for instance, I've had dreams where I went into like the hood or like into a part of like Jersey or where I grew up or something. And I'll be like in a neighborhood where it's like people are living there and I get sent into there, and I'll tell you why it's so important to know this. Hey Bree, it's so important to know this because when I was in these astral dimensions and the people that the spirit that was living there still continuously, like as if they were living here, when they discovered that didn't belong there, I would see them all turn on me and I had to get out of there. So they would, I would like be, it's almost like I was the FBI sent into a jail to like snitch on somebody, but I'm not, it's not that kind of situation. It was one of my missions to go and see these different places so that I can come back and give the information to you. So I would be sent to these, I would be sent to these lower astral realms where people that have not ascended or let go or can't understand the concept of forgiveness and freedom and all that stuff, they're still stuck there doing the same thing. But it's like all of them, spirit groups together, they come together and thank you, Bree. Spirit comes together. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like people, like-minded people in the spirit realm come together. So if there's a bunch of people who died of let's say drug overdose, they'll all come together. I'm getting tapped in the right ear right there. If there's a bunch of people that died in car accidents, suddenly, quickly, they'll really band together. Now, I'm talking about the people that don't move on, right? So this is the lower astral realms. If there's people who are drug dealers or they lived an egotistical life, or the girls were like all about like me, materialistic, or they'll all mash together because consciousness is that what exists when we pass. When we transition, your consciousness is, that's why they say it's so important. My ear is, I'm getting tapped in the ear. That's why they say, hey, Astro, that's why my life path number is 3. 3, the cosmic source, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, time, space, consciousness, 369, Nikola Tesla. So I want to explain that to you because you need to understand why there's the astral realm that's the lower astral realm. So are you, babe. So the lower astral realm is a place where a lot of people who don't move on go to, and you'll go visit there. And a lot of time you'll realize when things get intense in the dream, you kind of like get pulled out of that dream. And you'll know this because you'll be like, oh my God, I remember I had this dream. I was like at this place. Hey, MJ, this is important for those of you guys who want to work with your dreams and want to be able to understand what kind of karma you're clearing and what did you come here for and what are you doing here. I don't want you to think that when you're in these lower astral realms that you're a bad person, that's where you belong. You're being sent there on a mission to see things, and you'll know that because you don't feel comfortable in a dream. You don't feel like you belong there. You feel out of place, out of touch, and you don't feel comfortable. So one of the types of dreams that I say everybody needs to look to is the lower astral realms. And in the lower astral realms, a lot of spirit will trick you and pretend to be other people and try to act like they're them when really they're not them. There's someone else and they're pretending to be a person that you care about. Or they'll try to look like them but not look exactly like them, but they will look like them. You'll feel like it's the person, or you'll see it. They do that, and you'll know this because they play tricks on you and stuff like this. Nobody from a higher astral realm is going to do that to you. They don't lie, they don't cheat, they don't steal. They do things the way like angelic beings would do. I am all about wisdom. I want to do an audiobook. The writing, I'm so good at writing, but it's just like I don't have the patience. I have a lot of, I wish you could see my books and my computer. You'd be like, damn, pages and pages and pages. But I kind of want to do an audiobook where I sit down and I talk to someone and I just let it flow, right? Because it's so much better. Because this is what my mission is, right? Same to you. Thank you so much. I love you, wisdom. Yeah, that's true. I am doing that. So let me continue that. The lower astral realm, that's the first type of dream you need to be aware of, okay? And a lot of us, good morning, love and light to you, okay? Yeah, so in the lower astral realm, hi Johnny, in the lower astral realm, you'll be there. I love you too, babe. You'll be in the lower astral realm, and I told you, people will be doing the same thing that they did here, but they're more shady in this dimension. They're shady, they're doing shady shit. When you get to these lower astral realms, try not to take what's going on there too personally, because it's just all noise, right? It's an illusion, and don't let it distract you and drive you crazy. Because for a little while, I was like, why the fuck am I thought I was like in hell, in my consciousness. But no, I was just being shown that so I can give the information to you guys. I didn't understand it at that time, but you need to understand that so you don't get trapped in that shit, okay? Yeah. No, I have patience. I just, for real, for writing, I can't sit and write all day. Like, I really can't. My mind doesn't go blank. The amount of information that comes out of my brain and to me to write, unless I had somebody doing it, I'm just telling you, I get very like, I can't do this. I write, and it's like my brain goes so fast, my hands are moving too slow, and then I get upset. So what I want to do is sit down and record it, and then, you know what I'm saying? But it has to be like a conversation with people, because if not, it won't flow easily. Okay. So that's the first thing you need to look for in your dreams. And be aware of this, because the lower astral realm, they like to play games, lie. Sometimes they'll pretend they're people that you love and trick you and make you feel scared. And some of their job, that's the lower astral. Now, when you talk about the lower astral, the other guys, the ones that like I've had dreams about as well, where they're trying to attack me. In the beginning, I was so scared of them, I would run away, and then it became like I would go there and spirit would show me that, and then I'd be like that with my hand, and they would like run away or whatever, or I'd kick their, I had to cut off some heads, I've been through it in the astral state, and spirit tried to tell me that's not just dreams. We sent you to these dimensions so you could let people know, to be aware that they do exist, and they will use their trickery on you. And the point is to not let this make you feel insecure, to those voices that tell you you're not good enough. You gotta break apart from all of these to free yourself. This is a message, a PSA from spirit, saying you need to understand the reason why all of these things and dimensions and astral realms exist is because humanity manifests them. They manifest demons, they manifest angels, they manifest other beings from other planets. This is why the human experience, the physical experience, is the only dimension, the 3D, where you have the power to be in a physical form but create with your mind. No other beings on any other planets can do that. They don't manifest. Humanity is the only one that's why they say, like, why are aliens jealous of us? Because we're the only ones that we're at this level where we can manifest with our mind, and a lot of other beings can't. Okay, I think there's maybe a couple of them that can, and they're highly ascended beings, but from what I know, humanity is the only one that could do that. So whatever you're manifesting in your head, you're creating. So if you start being afraid of things, people tell me, oh, Flo, aren't you scared to be a medium? Aren't you? Baby, I hear voice, people will be like, hello, like I'm laying down trying to like sleep, and I'll hear a clear hello, and nobody's talking. It's like somebody said hello. And yeah, in the beginning, it scared the fucking shit lights out of me. But then I realized something. I'm just tapping into other dimensions because I have that ability to do so. All right, Baidella, my love, how are you? So understand that the fear comes within here. It's here. So if you're sitting around going, I swear to God, I feel this spirit and this is happening in my dreams and I'm going crazy, then that's what you're going to manifest. So I'm trying to tell you so you could become prepared. You have the tools, you have the weapon. The weapon is knowledge. When I give you this knowledge about these astral dimensions, you can then use it to ascend yourself. So I have experienced those things to come bring you the knowledge forth, and you are the lucky ones because you get to receive the quicker knowledge so you could ascend essentially faster and break the code. Okay, BK. So okay, the first dreams we're talking about is the lower astral, and again, this is demonic, could be negative spirits, could be people stuck in the spirit realm who can't ascend. There's all different parts of these dreams. Okay, there's all different parts where spirit goes to. Okay. Go to bed, damn, this early. Nah, I'll be waking up at 6. My daughter got to go to school in the morning. So yeah, so the first dreams that you're going to be seeing is the lower astral. Like I said, low vibrational spirit, all this energy, okay? Yeah, these are gems. Kels, my love, I love you. The second one I want you to be aware of. They're not in order. I'm not telling you anything in order. I'm telling you what I've seen and what spirit has given, what I've went through hell to get, to go grab and bring it back to you. Put it this way, I went through hell to get all this information. When I say I literally went through hell to get you all this information. I was all up in the lower astral realms, fighting demons, fighting people, spirit that hated me from past lives, haters in this dimension that was sending me shit. Oh baby, I was fighting just so I could grab the information and come back and give it to you. When I say I went through hell in the astral realms, and also when I was waking up and I was up in this physical, I felt like dead. Like, you know, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. I will wake up tired, thirsty, hungry. Hey, William. All of that good shit. So remember, take this information and use it, because I literally went through hell to give it to you. Literally. Okay. And you look at my face. Literally. Okay. No. Okay. So the 3 types of dreams that I want to mention to you, the lower astral realms, if you're just tuning in, watch the beginning of this. Okay. Hey, soul. The second astral realm that I want to present to you is the Akashic. I love the Akashic. Love the Akashic. Akashic library. It is essentially a library full of paperwork from all the lifetimes we have all had. Imagine going into the biggest library you've ever seen, and there's ladders upon ladders, and you walk in and you can go through them and you can grab, like, remember like Blockbuster, and you grab a video for the young ones. It's like you go into a physical store and pick up CDs to watch them. It's the same with the Akashic. So you go into the dream state. Now the Akashic realms, past lives will show up in that. Lessons will be learned in it. You will meet with your soul mates that you never fix something, and spirit will show you the past. They will show you the future sometimes too. And well, there's no past, present, and future, but you know what I mean. You know, technically speaking. And in the Akashic library dreams, you're going to be shown things that have to do with your past lives. And the reason why they do this with you is because a lot of us carry trauma from our past lives. A lot of them. Remember Blockbuster Killian? I used to love it. Oh, it was the spot. It's that now. We used to go every Friday. I just woke up from a dream 30 minutes ago about being in a funeral home, and all the bodies started waking up trying to take my children. I had to wake myself up, and I got on here and saw this. So now, you know, think about a funeral. That's something that's dead. Like it's dead. It's an ending, a transition. And then you think about all the people waking up to get your children. It's like that fear of maybe you're carrying something that you experienced in a past life, and now it's traumatizing you. Okay, I'll explain to you looking up details and how to interpret your dreams. After I'm done with the 3 astral realms, I want to really tell you guys about this because they're so important. So we got the lower astral. We have the Akashic, which is going to show you past lives and things you went through and traumas that you experienced. And some of you are going to see yourself drowning in the ocean, or you're going to see yourself like the world is ending. Maybe you've been a part of that. Not maybe. You have been a part of that. Or you see someone chasing you, or you get shot, or you shoot somebody. So depending on the concept of the dream, Akashic records will show you things that are intense. Where you wake up, you're like, you feel like you were there and you were seeing things, and they're very sensitive to you because it's your lives, your past lives, but it's also lessons you're learning. The Akashic helps you to learn lessons, almost like you go pick a lesson, you pick a past life, and you get a review of it. You know, the spirit will show you a review of your past lives and what you've experienced, so that you can heal them and move forward to experience this lifetime with joy and pleasure instead of sadness and fear, right? Because a lot of us don't even know why. You know, so many of you right now, if you have, let's say, you suffer from backaches all the time. Let's say your right elbow hurts. Let's say you got your fingers always hurting you, or you got hurt somehow. Just understand you're still carrying those same parts of the body that are from past lives. That's why it's important to heal that trauma and to work on your chakras, because you could be carrying the trauma that you have from past lives. For instance, many women or something, either they got burned alive for doing magic, or being, you know, maybe they were part of the Salem witch trials, and I'm hearing that for some of you. And then the men could have like been in combat. You could have been in combat. So for you, like, you always feel like you have to defend yourself, and you're afraid of things like this. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so understand that, and I'm going to show you how to interpret your dreams after. So lower astral, the Akashic, which is past, present, future. You can see it all there, and spirit will show you that. Usually it doesn't feel scary or nothing, but it's just showing you stuff like in a lesson way. The next dreams are, there's more than 3. I'm lying. There's like 4 or 5 here. But the next one is prophetic dreams. Prophetic. So thank you, Brave, for the badge. Prophetic dreams. How can you clear your throat chakra? By working on it, playing a throat chakra meditation clearing, and just focus on the throat chakra being cleared, healing, healing, healing. Focusing and keep doing that mantra of my throat chakra's healing. It's opening up. It's opening up. Okay. Is it normal not to dream when you do? The dream is very real in real life, and remember the dream so perfectly. That's called lucid dreaming, and yes, it is. So there is lucid dreaming, like I said, there's regular dreaming where you're just going, you have the full day will play out to you or in different ways, and you're seeing everything that took place in the day, and it's just a dream. And I have spirit do something with me. This might work for you. Maybe I can help you with this. Ask spirit, whenever it's just a dream and you don't have to worry about it, they always sing this song to me. It was all in my head. It was only just a dream. They sing that song to me when it's like, it's just a dream, nothing to do with it. I'll have them sing that song in my head, or that song will come up, right? And they'll be like, that's just a dream. Don't think about it, right? Because remember, there's lucid dreaming. That's where you can be in a dream and you can actually like see yourself like hand, okay? Astral projection dreams, right? There's all types, but I'm showing you the most important ones, but there's astral projection dreams, and that's where you could project yourself onto a scenario where I have, and I'm sitting in the side with like a hoodie on. You know how those time travelers, they always have videos of them and they got a hoodie on and they're just shady as fuck. That's me when I'm astral projecting in dreams. I have like a hoodie on and I'm watching. I could see everything, and I could see myself watching people. I'm just like, oh shit, like I'm watching myself watch people, and I'm watching, and I see it all. And then boom, and if something gets intense, immediately I jump out and come back. And when I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? Like, it feels like I left my body, because technically your spirit is leaving your body when you're astral projecting, okay? So, but these are the main important dreams, okay? So I'm going to talk about, like I said, lower astral, Akashic, and these are prophetic dreams. Grand Rising. I'm rewatching Bad Girls Club now. That it's funny because now the situations from them are coming up now because people are starting to watch it, and it's hilarious. Like, I can't. It's like I'm reliving Bad Girls Club all over again. Which I don't mind at all. It's fun sometimes. Okay. And now the young people are starting to get to know season 4 Bad Girls, because they didn't know who the fuck we was, because we started coming out. We were out way before. They gonna get to know the real Bad Girls Club. No, I'm just playing. I'm not playing. Okay. Prophetic dreams. So lower astral, Akashic records, past, present, and future. Lower astral was dark energy, spirit that's stuck. You call it demonic, whatever you want to call it. They're very kind of people in the lower astral. And then there's just regular people who are just, they don't give a fuck about you or what's happening to you. They're real like ghetto. They don't give a fuck. And Akashic, past lives lessons. Prophetic dreams are, I love you, Kelligan. Prophetic dreams, the goats. You know why they call people the goat? Have you ever seen what goats do? They climb on mountains that are straight up and stand on them with their little feet, just chilling, like with no fear. Like, did this motherfucker just climb upwards on the straight? Yep, he did. Go watch goats climbing a mountain. It's literally the goat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know. I never used to know why they called the goats until I saw them standing on a tree, a bunch of goats just chilling on little tree branches. Like, how? Pisces are ghetto and dangerous. Am I mean for that? Depending on where they're at, King. If they're in a negative space, yes, Pisces can be really negative. But if they're in a good place, they're very ethereal and magical and woo, Okay, so, sorry, I know I keep repeating it, but lower astral, Akashic, and prophetic. Prophetic dreams are one of my favorites. They can either be good or you can, so for instance, have any of you ever predicted like someone's going to get sick or they're going to be pregnant, or you had a dream like that? I love you, Kelvin. Have any of you ever had that dream? Oh my God, I feel like you tell your sister, oh my God, you're going to get pregnant. And they're like, no, you're not. And like they do, you know what I'm saying? And then, or the worst ones are the ones where spirit will show you if someone's going to pass on. A lot of people say, I knew my grandmother was going to die, or, I knew my mom was going to die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can you astral project in a dream and be a fly on the wall? 100%, Chelsea. 100%. But most of the time, actually you are, but that's the thing. Okay, real quick, because thank you, Chelsea. When I astral projected, I'll just explain to you guys this astral projection dream. We're talking about prophetic dreams right now, but the astral projection dream that I was in a place that you don't want to go to unless you're a master astral projector, which I didn't even know I was a master astral projector until I had that dream. And Spirit told me, I told you, you don't understand what you're capable of doing. I was in a space where these men that were, I would say, bothering me in my dreams, they kept coming to me and pretending to be people that I care about, like my father and stuff like this, and they kept coming, attacking me, abusing me, sexual stuff. It was just unhealthy, unreal. So Spirit had wanted to show me what they're experiencing now that they were doing that to you, or what they're going through in themselves. And I astral projected, and I was on a corner of the room. Mind you, nobody saw me, nobody heard me. I was like, put it this way, invisible. But what they were doing to the men there is that they were hitting them. Like, it was, let's just say, hell, and demons were like having their way with them, whipping them butt naked. Like, these men were getting tortured. Put it this way, if there was a hell, that's probably one of the worst ones that a person can put themselves in. Because remember, you put yourself there. It's all the consciousness. You say, I need to be punished, I'm bad, and I don't deserve good things. And then that's what you get. Exactly that. And they were getting beat so badly that I couldn't take it. So you know what I did? I screamed, stop! Everybody there. Dude, look what they did. They were like, what the fuck? And I just disappeared. Like, they all looked at me like, how the fuck did she get here? Nobody saw me until I said something. And they were like, what the fuck? Like, even the demons were like, how the fuck did that bitch get in here? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you want to call them. Hold on one second, you guys. One moment. So yeah, that was one of the craziest dream experiences, or should I say astral traveling experiences that I've ever had in my entire thing. I saw myself there, and then I've seen myself at other things. Anyway, that's what an astral projection that nobody knows about. I mean, that, like, they don't see you. Yeah, that was the dream. It was Callaghan. I can't tell you how sick it was. You don't understand. It's like they were shocked that I was there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Another one, again, prophetic dreams. This is when Spirit will show you things that are either coming or that are happening. For instance, if any of you are psychic and intuitive, can I just tell you guys all something? I guarantee you, if you ask Spirit to show you the person that you're dating, what they're doing, they will. So Spirit showed me there was a guy I was dating, and this is how I had my spiritual awakening after. Actually, this is like 3 years ago. I was dating him, and like everything was all good in the beginning, and then I started feeling like he was lying to me and doing all the shit. And Spirit showed me a dream of him at a restaurant with a woman, and she was his baby's mother, and they were eating together, and his mother was also there, and they showed me the restaurant and everything. So mind you, now I think it's just a dream, and I woke up the next day, we went out to eat. I was like, oh, I had a dream about you. He's like, what was it? I told him exactly what I said, like the dream, exactly in detail, which restaurant, who was there, what they were doing, the mom, the sister, what they were eating. Even I said somebody had a rainbow cake, and when I tell you his face, it turned white. He was like, yo, who told you that? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, are you fucking with me? I'm like, no. He's like, I was like, what? I was like, did that happen? I obviously started flipping out. And I found out like 2 days later, exactly what I said happened. And then I found out he was cheating on me. But that's the point. You understand? Not that I give a fuck, but I didn't give a fuck. But that's the point. The Spirit showed me exactly what was going on. So if you're willing to see the truth, Spirit will show it to you. But if you're like in denial and thinking he loves me, there's no way he could be doing this to me. Oh my God, he loves me. Ugh. And if you're thinking that way and Spirit's trying to show you the truth and you're in denial, they're not going to show you that. Okay? So when you meet somebody for the first time, what are you worried about? Just ask them to show you a dream about this motherfucker. And when you do that, make sure you protect your aura and cleanse your aura so nobody else comes in and tricks you. I've been shown people's entities in my dreams. Like, yo, bitch, I told you stay away from this bitch. She got an entity attachment, and the entity would try to attack me in the dream. And I would wake up and be like, I gotta stay away from this person. Then I wouldn't listen to the dream. A week later, this person's shitting on me all over again. So yeah, wakey, wakey, eggs and turkey bakey. And those are prophetic dreams. They show you what could take place, what you need to be thinking about, like, or you know, they're trying to show you what's gonna happen, and they're preparing you, they're warning you, they're showing you. Spirit will show you. They can't do everything, but they can show you certain things, and they will, for your own protection. If you are connected to your guides, which you all are, thank you, which you're all connected to the guides, just understand they will help you out, baby. They will help you out. Okay. Another way your guides will help you out, especially the guy, like, not just the guides, it's spirit too. That I know people in the dark side, I know people in the light side. Let's just be real. I got friends in the dark side, I got friends on the light side, because that's just how I live. But it's not like I got friends in the dark side and we're doing dark magic. No, I'm just saying we're all connected to dark and light, right? So don't think that your uncle might be in the dark side. Don't think he ain't got your back, or, you know what I'm saying? Just because they're in the darkness doesn't mean they're being dark with you. You see what I'm saying to you? And so I went to somebody's house talking to this dude, and then this girl was there, and I had a funny feeling, but like I was ignoring it because I really didn't give a shit. So I went to bed. I was like, I'm going to sleep. And it wasn't like me and him were hooking up, but we had hooked up in the past, right? And then she was in the living room with him, and then spirit woke me up. They like tapped me, and I was like, what? And I thought somebody tapped me. I was like, what? And nobody was there. They were like, go to the living room now. And they didn't say it, but I heard it in my head. Go to the living room now. So I get up and go to the living room quietly, and he was like fingering this bitch on the couch. He was finger banging her on the couch, and spirit showed me, like, before they were showing me so that if he tries to go with me, I could go, get the fuck out, like, don't touch me. And they showed me that, and they told me, and they told another person who was there with us too. She was like, they were telling me, Flo, they were talking to me saying they're doing this. I was like, I already knew, but they confirmed it for me. Anyway, that's what kind of spirit friends I have. So it's going to be very hard for somebody to lie to me or play with me, because they going to tell me everything. They will tell me everything. And there's some spirit dudes that are like, this bitch is bad. I'm telling her, stay away from this dude, baby. They're jealous of him, but the point is they're helping you and they don't even know it. Anyway, you know? So yeah. So lower astral, Akashic, and prophetic, and another one that you do. Thank you for the badge, Johnny. And I know, Rich, isn't that hilarious? And another one is work dreams. That's why it's very hard for me to date anybody, because if he's not 100% honest with me, and he doesn't treat, like, he thinks he's gonna lie to me and get away with stuff, that's not gonna happen. If you're not coming at me with 100% pure intentions, the way I am, which means no lying, no cheating, no stealing, no talking shit, having your back 100% all the way, all the time, being there for you no matter, even if you fucking shit in your pants, I'm wiping your ass for you. That's the kind of loyalty and respect that I deserve, and that's what I will receive. I will not accept anything lower than that. And if they talk to me funny or they treat my daughter a certain way, bro, you could just say goodbye to me, because if you're not here with me and I can't trust you to go take my kid for ice cream by yourself, you're not coming around me, because I will know everything that's happening before it happens, and I won't even allow it to happen. I'll just be like, okay, I was shown this gonna happen. I'm not doing this no more. I don't let it take place. I don't just be like, whoa, let me see if it happens. Because spirit, your guides are not gonna show you shit like that unless it's super important that you see it and you pay attention to it, not ignore it and act like, I mean, God, but yeah, he doesn't like, my daughter don't like him, but I do. Like, there's a reason why your kid don't like somebody. Trust me when I tell you, okay? Because guess what? If somebody was a good person, they might be jealous and upset at the beginning, but they'll get used to them and start loving them. But if a kid constantly don't like somebody you're dating, daughter or son, male or female, you need to fucking break up with that person. Don't ever put nobody before your kids. I will fuck your whole life up. I swear to God. Anyway. I don't know why that came out, but maybe somebody needed to hear that. Another type of dream you're going to have is the work dreams. This is where your spirit leaves your body, and because your spirit, when you're sleeping, like Dolores Cannon said, what do you think? You go to sleep and your spirit just chills there and falls asleep with you? No. Your spirit is an active motherfucker, right? That's why sometimes you feel like a bum ass bitch, because your spirit does so much work that you can't fucking comprehend the fact that you're not able to do the same thing while you're here in the physical form. Like your brain is doing a million things. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But your spirit is like on 100, right? And so, when you're sleeping, these work dreams is where you sleep and your spirit goes off to do the work that it does. So for instance, a lot of people will tell me, Flo, you were in my dream, you had green eyes, they were glowing, and you were teaching a classroom, you were wearing white, or I saw you on a beach and everybody was around you. One girl told me that people were bowing to me and shit, like they were like, queen, goddess, and she said I was wearing like a white flowy dress, and she was like, it was like a whole community, and I was running the community. She told me I was, so that's my, we live in different dimensions all at once, right? Have you ever seen the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once? You'll understand what I'm talking about, where she's like going into different dimensions, right? MC. So understand the work dreams. I'm going to tell you how you know it's a work dream. Most of the time you won't remember it or you won't see it because like your spirit, that's when they're doing the work. Good morning, babe. That's when they're doing the work. But I'll tell you how you know you did a lot of work that night in your dreams. You wake up thirsty, hungry, and drained like a motherfucker and tired. And you don't understand why. And it takes like 20 minutes for your spirit to come back into your body. Like you're up, your physical form's up. But like you're like, what is that? Huh? Don't talk to me. Like I need my coffee. No, what you need is for your spirit to get back in line because it's still flowing around out there. And it's like, oh shit, she's up, And then the spirit's running back to you like, she's awake. I gotta go back to them. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying to you? So that's like the work you do right there. Yes, Calgan. The work you do right there. A lot of times you won't you won't know the work you're doing because that's just like some things you're not supposed to know and see because that's what that dream is, the work dream. Like you'll know, be like, oh my God, I must have had a work dream last night. Hey, Anthony, I must have had a work dream last night because I woke up feeling super drained and super tired. I'm not doing readings. I'm speaking about dreams right now. These are the places in the astral that I have visited that Spirit has shown me and put me through for you guys, okay? I don't see none of it was punishment. It was all so I could gain this knowledge, and I worked super hard. When I tell you, I feel like drained just thinking about the amount of work I've done in the dream state so that I could come back and give you the information. Places in the astral that I feel are important for you to pay attention to. Movie theater. Let me tell you about the movie theater. In the movie theater, all right, this is crazy. That's called, yes, I want you to see the movie Dr. Sleep. I would love to hear it. Ooh, I'm going to watch that. Thank you. I love movie recommendations. I fucking love movie recommendations. I will watch it right away, right after this, too. Okay. Let me tell you about the movie theater in your dreams. Sup, babe? The movie theater. Whoever had a dream about being in a movie theater, have you ever had that dream, being in a movie theater? Raise your hand if you have. If you haven't, maybe you haven't, but let me tell you why it's important. When you start seeing yourself in the movie theater, this shit right here, you know what you're doing? Do you know what we do? Hey, Boogie. You know what we do? You know what the movie theater represents? I've gone to the movie theater, and when I go, Hazy, when I go to the movie theater in my dream, guess what? All the people in my life, in this lifetime, and past lives, and family, and random people, and people I see that I've known, okay? Movie theater, all right? Listen, fucking dream about a movie theater. We watch ourselves and other people on a big screen. Dude, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. I went in the movie theater and everybody that I knew from this lifetime was sitting there, and baby, we were watching people on the big screen. Like, what's gonna happen next? Is she gonna do this? It's like we eating the popcorn and watching other people live their realities or ourselves live our realities. It's like it's a big fucking show. I tell you right now, that's why I tell you, life is but a dream, but life is but a game. You hear me? Yeah, brave. We watch ourselves in the movie theater. Do you understand me when I tell you this? All right. Spirit had me shown me that several times to show me, hey, let everybody know we all get together and we watch you live your lives, and that's why you shouldn't take things so seriously, because it's a movie at the end of the day. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Like, if something big is happening to one of the people from the lifetime where you're all connected, you all sit there and watch it. Like, is she gonna fall in love? Like, oh my God. And that's why it's important for you to live your life, because spirit lives their life vicariously through you. So if you're just like sleeping all day, they ain't watching you in the movies right now. You're boring. You know what I'm saying? They come when shit gets real in your life. That's when it gets real. That's important. So if you see yourself in a movie theater, spirit had showed you being there, watching yourself live your life, or playing out the life that you have. Interesting, right? Another one is the mall. Let me tell you about the mall, baby. The mall, ay Dios mío, the mall is so crazy. Let me tell you about the mall, okay? In the mall, okay, what you do in the mall is you shop for your different lessons and your lifetimes. Let me tell you, for real, Cal. For real, that's like me. The past like year, I was like home all the time. They're like, this bitch, next channel, tune to the next station. But when I did something interesting, they were like, get together, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be hearing them too when I'm out there fucking, I know. It sounds crazy, but no, I know. I know. They'd be like, oh shit, yo, Flo's about to do something. Let's go. You know, because they knew me for, I was, boo, baby, boo, boo, boo. Let's not go there. The mall. The mall. In the dreams, if you have a dream about the mall, do you want to know what you're doing there? You're shopping for your next experience. Listen to me. You go in there in the mall and you pick out the lessons you're going to learn next, or maybe the love that you're going to meet next. So I go to the mall and I'm shopping and all this stuff, and I realize that's, they're taking me through a lesson or something that I'm learning, moving through this, moving through that. And I remember being in the mall and I took the escalator up, and there was a girl. She was standing at the edge of the mall, which I'll tell you was a mall, but on the other side, there was a sky. So it was like open, like it was in the sky, it was open. So we were all in this mall, and I know because the people that I grew up with and stuff like that, I would see them coming up and down the escalator. I'm talking about random people that I met once out of nowhere would be in this mall. As if, remember what they say, you create your lifetime and the people that are going to play roles in your lifetime. So you create this lifetime, and you create the people, you pick the people that you're going to have this lifetime with. Everybody. So that's why there are no victims. Stop hating your parents, forgive them, and move on, okay? Because you picked this shit for a reason. Now it's up to you how long you want to stay shopping in that same lesson. You keep repeating it, you're going to keep buying the same clothes that don't fit. And if you ever had a dream about that, when you're trying on clothes and they don't fit, or a pair of pants that don't fit, or shoes that don't fit, Spirit's trying to show you, babe, this shoe don't fit, move on. This is not, go to the next session. I'm going to Victoria's Secret and going bra shopping. All for Flow. That will be, they don't have my size there, babe. You gotta go to a special bra shop for me. They don't ever have my size there. It's just my titties be like this is the bra, and my nipple barely gets covered, and I'm sitting there like, anyway, that's a fact. I need like those $70 bras. It's not a joke. So when you're in the mall, like I said, you're going to see people from past lives and stuff like this, and they're all shopping and doing stuff like this. Anthony, pay attention to this. I feel like Spirit wants you to pay attention to this. So we were talking about the places in the astral, the lower astral, Akashic, the prophetic, and the work dreams. And the places you see is movie theater, the mall. Like I explained the movie theater, now I'm explaining the mall. And like I said, in the mall, you go in there and you pick what you're going to do next. You shop for it. That's why it's important to forgive everybody, because you picked this shit. She said, no, they don't got my size. For real. What about dreams about elevators and you can't get off? Oh, I've had those so many times. So elevators are elevator, right? Elevating, and you can't get off. If it's going up, is there something that Spirit wants you to ascend with, like to go up, to like get to the higher part, and you can't get out because they're trying to show you, no, stop trying to leave this ascension. If it's going down, Spirit's saying like, okay, you're going back down, you need to get back up, because down is down, up is up, right? That's how you interpret dreams, very simply, I'll tell you. Okay? So another place you're going to go to in the astral is, like I said, different places. Like the astral, they're going to look like here. It's this regular world, and there's going to be regular people just doing regular shit. And then there will be, if you got into the point where I'm at, where I visit people in different UFOs, different stuff like that, I've had that. I visited a space where there was like government officials in there. I walked in and there was government officials, and I was like, oh, and he was like, I was like, I'm so happy to be here. He was like, you're happy to be here? And I was like, yeah, why? He was like, I don't know, nobody's ever happy to be here. So I was like, I've been waiting my whole life to get over here. And I was on a spaceship, and it was all government officials, and they were like questioning me and asking me questions about myself, and what can I do, and am I psychic like this, and am I this, and am I that. Then I've been on spaceships where there's girls, and they all had like half moon, half sun on their heads, and they were all in the bathroom and this beautiful, gorgeous spaceship, and they were like, what are you here for? And I was like, I'm a medium. I was like, what are you here for? I'm a healer. And they were all like different things. We were all in this place where it's like specially gifted people, and we were all there together and figuring out who we are. And then I've had dreams where people from Era and Tamer, okay, these are Pleiadians from a place, have come to visit me. They're black haired, green eyes, like perfect looking motherfuckers, the men and the women, okay? And they came to visit me. She came on like a little Hoover and came to my window, and she was like telepathically communicating with me, and she said something to me, and I forgot exactly what she said. I couldn't remember it, but I feel like I wasn't supposed to remember it. Then I went to visit skies, where there's like restaurants in the skies and people are eating in the skies. It's floating up in the air. People were fucking meditating on skyscrapers. I've been shown all that stuff. Then I've seen dreams where a Pleiadian girl came to Earth, and she showed me, and it was so vivid. I woke up like, okay, she showed me that the government lies to us all the time about shit. Because I was saying that, and she was like showing me, you're right. And she's a small girl. She was short. She had big almond eyes, and she was like looking up at me like this. And she came to me, she was like, and I was like, what is it? Like, I'm not gonna lie, she was super intense, and she was a child, right? And she like went like this to my hand, and she was like, come here, bitch. And I was like, but in a nice way, just intense. And I went with her, and we went outside. She showed me a craft coming down in my backyard, and it came down my yard, and it made this big hole in the ground. And then I was trying to tell everybody, do you see that? Do you see that? And nobody was believing me. They were like, what are you talking about? I was like, right there, it's a spaceship. Nobody was believing me. And then these men in black, there was like 10 of them. As soon as the spaceship landed and they did that, they came and covered it all up. So what they were trying to tell me is, we try to communicate with you guys and do, give you guys information and do things and come visit, but they always cover it up and make it look like some other shit. We can't, it's like impossible to do this shit because of this shit. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, they showed me the cover up that's happening, and how they take like gifted people. If they're too gifted, they take them on the crafts and like use them for their own benefits. For instance, like the Russians and the United States government, if somebody's a spy, or they're able to remote view, which is someone who can sit here and see what's going on. Ooh, I'm getting hit in the head so hard right now. When somebody's able to remote view, that means I could be sitting here, and I could, number 33, you guys, we're teaching, we're learning the God sequence. Okay, 33 vertebrae, 33 is the age Jesus died, 33 blood types in the human blood type, okay? Pay attention. 3-3. When you start seeing that, you're ready to work for God, okay? Your higher self. So anyway, so they showed me that. And what was I saying? So boom, 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 boom. What was I saying? So the Pleiadians, she took me inside the spiritual. Oh, so like when you're able to remote view, that means I could sit here and I could see into your home right now. For instance, sometimes I'll do readings, and I'm seeing a brown couch, and it's kind of leather, and there's a little bit of scrapes in the hand, and they're like, what the fuck? I'm sitting on a brown couch. My thing has like scrapes in the hand, because I'm spirit's showing me like what's somebody doing, okay? All right. So they take people like that and they use them for their own benefit, which is why a lot of times psychics and stuff like that, instead of being used to help others, they're out there spying for the government, and that's not okay. And they're doing it against their will too. This is where you got Project Monarch and all those mind control things, MK Ultra, and these things are real, and people need to stop denying it and understand that it's real. Okay. Anyway. So we got the mall, the movie theater. These are places in the astral that you need to look at, because it's something that you're that's what that means. Yeah, there's places in the astral that you're gonna visit. It's the mall, the movie theater, and schools. I know many of you had dreams about schools, right? How many of you had dreams about schools? Multiple, many times, where I'm walking around a school, and a lot of times I can't find the classroom. I'm walking up and down the stairs, and I'm looking around, and I'm trying to find the teacher. I'm trying to find what room I got to go to, and I can't. To me, that's the lessons that I'm not learning. I'm not willing to sit down and do the work. That's what I see. Yeah, a lot of people have dreams about that. Depending on if you have a dream, you're in school, you find your class, you sit down, you're learning. Spirit's showing you you're on a lesson right now. You're like Earth school, right? So you're learning something, Earth school. right? So that's important to look at too. And there's different reasons why you visit schools. But I've also seen things that were going to happen in schools. That's a totally different dream, that I was being shown something. It's different when I see myself walking around in a dream and I'm like up and down. There's literal as above, so below. What's taking place here is taking place everywhere else. You understand me? What I'm telling you? As above, so below. You know why they say that? Because as above, so below. As below, so above. It's the same thing. There's spirit law enforcement, okay? There's cops in the spirit world that work as cops there, and they help to keep people in balance, to not go through dimensions they're not supposed to go into. Pay attention to what I'm saying to you. Just like the cops do the work here to make sure criminals don't hurt you, and just like there's crooked cops here, the same goes for the astral realms, okay? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay? And I'm talking about the astral spirit realms. When we're reaching the higher dimensional beings, that's a whole nother playing field. This is why it's important for you to get the fuck out of this earth reincarnation trap that we're in. Number 22 right there. And get the fuck out of here and go be free, because Earth is nothing but a reincarnation trap. And if you believe that if you were bad and you didn't do the right thing, you got to come back and relearn the lessons and all these religious beliefs that were shoved down our assholes and throats, or up our assholes down our throats, all of this shit is going to just keep you stuck and trapped, okay? Like, for instance, when I had that dream that there was 1 million people going with cars in one direction, and they were these are not dreams. This is spirit showing me, flow. This is what's happening. Please tell people so they can be aware. Okay? I've had dreams I was another being. I had another planet. I had, like, as above, so below. There was red team, blue team. We were fighting each other, Republicans, Democrats. And it's the same, as above, so below. That's where we get all our information from. This is what we do. We follow everyone and they follow us. There's no difference. Okay? So, they, fuck, what was I just saying? It's important. And so I was and the schools, and what was I just saying? Well, because I had so many informations come. I've been dreaming that I've been fighting with a lot of people, and literally I'm fighting with everyone in my family. I'm literally the scapegoat, go for everything. Linda, that's trying to teach you. You're doing the same thing. You're repeating the same lifetime, okay? John Wick, my baby John Wick, I love him. You're doing the same thing. Something's got to change. There needs to be forgiveness, and there needs to be healing there. You got to start forgiving. I know it's hard, but you're fighting. There's got to be a way. Forgiveness, walk away, say I'm sorry, whatever it is. Sometimes we just got to humble ourselves, and if it's too toxic, you can't deal with it, just know that in this space, in this time, it's going to change, and you'll move forward from it. I had a dream about my family member that passed away, and I could see their face throughout the whole dream, but I recognized their voice talking to me. What does that mean? I couldn't see their face. Okay, so spirit, I know it's hard, Linda, but this is what the work is. You got to do the work. Trust me when I tell you I want to be punching everybody in the face in my house. Sometimes I don't, because I understand I am them, they are me. They're a projection of me, and how I react is a reflection of me. So it's up to you to, like, really, should you fight back, or is it worth it? So Calgan, when you can't see their face and spirit don't talk a lot of the times, or you'll hear their voice, it's hard for spirit to manifest into your dream state, because if they've ascended and left, mind you, they got to gather up all the particles and the molecules and come back to visit you. So what you're talking about here is that sometimes it's hard for them to do that, so they'll come to you in any form they can, through a voice or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So you'll know, because a lot of times, like, my grandmother would come to me, and she didn't look like my grandmother, but I understood that it was her showing me something in a dream. But a lot of times the dead, if they come and talk to you, they're not delivering great news most of the time, or they will only show up. A lot of spirit, your loved ones that love you will only show up when you really need them. Like, you understand me? They're not just gonna be like, I'm just gonna go fuck around and go show up in Flo's dream because I'm bored. That don't happen. That's just not. It's not allowed. It's only allowed if they really, like, I need to go talk to her, please. It's like I said, they gotta ask the astral cops, can I go see her because she's going through something, I really need to tell her. And most of the time when they come to you, they won't look like themselves, because it took them a lot of work just to manifest themselves into your reality. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, schools, okay, all right. And let me just answer this: why do I keep seeing my ex or a person in my dreams? The same person or my ex will come into dreams. You were talking about as above, so below. Yes, so everything that's happening there is happening here. Like I said, there's astral cops, there's all of that. It's all happening here. That's why it's important for you. I was saying about the dream. I was having a dream that a million people were going, you're welcome, a million people were going this way. They were driving this way. Now, mind you, this is the dream. And I astral projected there, and Spirit had me experience this. And I was sitting in a car, and we were all in this portal-like tunnel, and it was sucking us that way, like straight up. And all these cars were going that way, and I said, what the fuck? I was like, something don't feel right. So I jumped up, and I was like, no. And everybody's, mind you, they're sitting in cars, okay? This is how they were traveling through the portal. And they were all going this way. And I got up and I start running the opposite way. And everybody's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, shut the fuck up. This is wrong. They're doing this. This is wrong. And I ran to this, like, to the part of the portal where people were entering. Listen to this shit, bruh. Free yourself. This part of the portal where people were entering. So as these cars are going this way, I ran the other way. And I ended up to the edge of the portal where there was a man standing in there, and I went and I opened the door. Boom! And he was like, what the fuck? His face was like, said it all. What is she doing here? How? And again, I was like, you can't do this. This is wrong. You're tricking people. You're tricking people. This is not right. I'm screaming at him, screaming. He turns around. Dude looked like Jesus, by the way, but I know it wasn't no damn Jesus. And he turned around, he looked at me, he goes, I said, you can't do this. You're tricking people. This is not right. They're not supposed to be going that way. He went like this to me. I could do whatever I want. And then another guy came in and he looked at him. He was like, no, don't tell her. Stop. Because he was about to tell me some more. And dude that came in was like, don't tell her shit. This bitch, she's going to go down there and tell everybody. And he basically was pretending to be Jesus and, hey, come to the light, and tricking people into the false light of reincarnation. So they went back into this portal, and now they're going to go there. They're going to get judged, and then they're going to come back into heaven, to earth, because they need to make up for the mistakes they made, and they need to be punished for the mistakes they made. Get that concept out of your head. Remember, religion's a beautiful thing. It connects you to God. But don't forget who really wrote all the books that you're reading today. Unless there's sacred texts that were fucking engraved in tombstones. Who wrote those books today is mankind. So when they knew that they had a power like religion in their hands, they took the book and wrote whatever the fuck they wanted in there for their benefit. So whatever powers that be that they're working for, they told them, write this down, and they did. And they wrote it all down, and then they told you that this is the way it's going to be. If you're bad, you go to hell. If you're good, you go to heaven. If you do this right, you listen to us, and you obey. These things will happen to their good. And then they keep people trapped in that endless cycle of reincarnation because they need humans to keep reincarnating and get stuck in a cycle so they could be their slaves and work for them, okay? This is the reptilian Archon, reptilian Archon thinking. This is not the free plebeians of the light body councils, energy of love, light, freedom. That's not. So it's brainwashed into your head what to believe. This is why it says, those who, what about the forest, feeling lost but different houses appearing in the middle of the forest? Trees are a significance of life, right? Figuring out parts of your life, right? And then seeing seeing houses in the middle of there is houses. Your houses represent your subconscious, just so you know. Anytime you're in a house or you see a house, it's your subconscious mind. So whenever you're in a house, your subconscious, whatever's trapped in the back of your head. And you're in the forest and you're lost. Maybe you're still always looking for home. You never feel like you're at home. Things like this. That's what it could mean. I'm not really sure exactly, but that's how I see it. You know, you're in the forest, you're lost. There's trees and then there's houses, and that's what you see. Okay, so yeah, that's your subconscious mind. Something in your subconscious mind needs to be found again so that you can free yourself from whatever you're experiencing. Okay, yeah. What they say? What they saying again? See, every time, I forget. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? I always lose my way. No, I mean, I don't always lose my way. Control, Alt, delete that. So whenever you have a negative thought, just do what I do. Control, Alt, delete. Control, Alt, delete. I feel okay. I feel good. So yeah. Oh, why do I keep seeing my ex in a dream? Or a significant person? Why do I keep seeing this person in my dream? When you see your ex in a dream, it's not a sign that you and him should be together. Or you and her should be together. Okay? That's not what the sign is. That's what you feel most times. That's what it is. I'm feeling good, but I'm feeling good. My knee still hurts, but it's okay. It's healing very, very fast. Why do we see your ex in a dream? Why do they keep appearing? No, it's not a sign that you two are meant to be together. It's actually a sign that there's something there that needs to be healed, because this is the significant relationship that is becoming a fucking playbook of your other relationships. That if you don't heal, you're welcome, Morrow. That if you don't heal whatever this relationship was, for instance, let's say the person talked to you toxically, or you guys fought all the time, or there was money problems, or sex was bad, or whatever the concept of that relationship is, look into it and see it and look at it very well and notice the patterns and look back at your other relationships and how did it connect to this relationship. And then when you see those patterns and this relationship and the connection you have with it, you can heal that and move forward and actually have a fucking healthy relationship, which is what you deserve. Okay? Sometimes you're so used to toxic stuff, when something healthy comes to you, you don't know how to accept it. You're like, why is he being so nice to me? You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, dude just really likes you and wants to treat you good. Ever been with toxic men and then a good guy comes along and you look at him like a sucker? Yeah, it happens. You know why? Because you're so programmed to believe that that fucking mean toxic shit is what you should be having. That guess what? You are now going to what? Look at somebody who's trying to treat you good, like a little bitch. Oh, this little bitch ass motherfucker. And it's not that you're being mean. It is that you legitimately are used to toxic shit. So what you need to do, when you're having dreams about your exes and they keep appearing in your dreams, this is not a sign that you need to be together. This is the actual opposite sign, is that you two have still not healed something, or maybe there needs to be like closure there or something, but not like closure doesn't mean you have to see them and, you know, get your hoodie back. That's not what closure is. Closure happens with you and you only. No one person can give you closure. Closure is a self, exactly, Kelgan. Closure is a self thing. It's all you. It's all about you and what you do with closure. You know, I remember somebody who I was dating, I went to see him and thought it was going to give me closure. Actually, it was like, I should have just never came to see him, because the whole time I wanted to punch him in the face. I almost did, actually. 2 people held me back. I almost beat his ass in the fucking diner. You know? So yeah, you don't need that shit. So what you need to see is what that pattern is of that relationship if you're having dreams about your ex. And understand that that's your playbook of like what you need to heal and what you need to work on so you could have a healthy relationship, because you will have that healthy relationship. Let me tell you one more message right now that I'm getting. Get that fucking concept out of your head right now. I don't deserve love. Nobody's gonna love me. And I'm never gonna be in love. You're wrong, sweetie. You're wrong. You're so wrong, matter of fact, that you're wrong. I don't know how else to tell you. You're fucking wrong. You're gonna find the love of your life, and I promise you we all do. Forget about the motherfuckers that hurt you, because can I tell you something? Just because you got hurt by somebody, it doesn't mean that you didn't hurt somebody before. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Do you understand me? You hurt somebody too before, okay? You probably don't even know the people you hurt before. You do understand that, right? So you could be like, oh my God, Phoebe, you don't understand what they did to me. Okay, where nobody's the victim. Remember, there's people out there that you hurt, if not now, in a past life. Right? If we're paying back karma, then what do you think someone doing that is? Like, just learn the lesson and move on. Like, I understand it's easier said than done, because I know people right now that are going through bad breakups and they are so broken. I just want to punch them in the face, like, stop it. But I understand, because when you love somebody, it's hard to let them go. But you can still love them and don't have to be with them. You know what I'm saying? But get that concept out of like, I need to make up karma, and I need to, because that's the reincarnation trap. Please watch this video again and listen to the words I'm saying. I will save you from putting yourself in a so-called hell, okay? I'm here to save people from going to hell. Like, I'm literally saving people from going, but... Okay, so I'm literally here to help people not go to these places that they don't belong in. You don't belong in these bad places. You're not a bad person. Are you killing people? Are you seriously? We punish ourselves for the dumbest shit. When when Jesus said the original sin, that's guilt and shame. You know why it's a sin? Because it keeps you trapped here on this earth. So yeah, it's a sin because you tell yourself, I'm bad, I'm not a good person. And when he says the poor shall inherit the earth, what he was saying was, if you got a poor mentality, poor state of mind, because the kingdom of heaven is within you. If you got a poor state of mind, poor mentality, you will inherit the earth. You will reincarnate over and over again. You will inherit the earth. This will be your place. You won't be able to leave. You won't move to the new earth or the higher vibrational planes. The poor shall inherit the earth, all right? He wasn't saying poor people are going to be blessed on the earth. He was saying poor motherfucking thinkers and poor-minded people, they're going to end up back in this fucking hellhole. You're going to keep coming back over and over again. So you learn to free yourself from that bullshit and understand, and a freaking crow just flew right by my window, and understand that you got to get out of that poor state of mind, which is telling yourself, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve this. I'm stupid. I'm mean. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody's an asshole at one point in their life. Get over it. Literally, get over that shit, okay? I'm telling you right now, I have to learn the hard way. I'm giving you the easy route. Forgiveness, let go, just understand you were a piece of shit too. Everybody was a piece of shit at one point in their life, and there's no such thing as good and bad. It's all lessons, and you chose these experiences so you can ascend. You can ascend. But if you don't forgive yourself and let go of the guilt and shame, yeah, you know, if you don't forgive yourself and let go of guilt and shame, then you'll be stuck repeating these patterns. You don't need to be doing that. Learn the lesson and move on. Because otherwise you just keep coming back, and keep coming back. You don't want to do that. Like I tell people right now, if you don't forgive your mom in this lifetime, guess what's going to happen? You're going to do an Akashic life review, and you're going to go, oh my God, that didn't come out right. So guess what? This time I'll be the mom, you be the daughter. And you're just going to keep coming back learning the same goddamn lesson. So if you just forgive them in this lifetime, even if they don't forgive you, that's not up to you. Your karmic contract is up. If they don't want to forgive you, that's on them. You can't force someone to forgive you. However, being mean or rude about it it's not going to work out either. So try to forgive people so that you can cut that karmic tie and that contract up so you can move the fuck on with your life. How long you want to stay in the same repetitive pattern? If somebody don't want to be with you, move on. Next. You see what I'm saying? We don't want to be obsessed with people and places and things where you're not wanted. Come on, that's like, that's desperation. I'm trying to help you out. If you want to know, get the fuck out of there. Leave. Walk away. And if you can't leave right there, plan on it. Save for 6 months and get the fuck out. Save every penny you get in your motherfucking hand. Okay? How do I end the contract that isn't working for me anymore? Twin flame, soul contracts, or family? How do we end the contracts? How do we end contracts that are not working for you anymore? I'll show you how. First things first, forgiveness. That's the main thing. You got to forgive yourself first. Forgive yourself first, because you can hate yourself for all the... You're like, I'm so dumb. Why did I do this? Second thing you can do. Florina Kaya, decide now in this moment that I no longer want to continue this contract with blah, blah, blah. It is not working out. We have tried. It's not going places. I would like to cut this contract and end it, and thank the individual for all the lessons I have learned. I now cut this contract up. Signed, Florina Kaya. Take it out. Rip it up. Burn it. Crumble it. Throw it in the toilet. Whatever you got to do. Whatever is written, it is so. If it is written, it is so. Understand me? You understand me? You're welcome. You're welcome. Like, I did this and I wrote, I no longer choose to have contracts with people that are not for my highest good. If they are bringing toxicity into my life in any form, any time, space, or dimension, past, present, or future, I rip this contract up. I no longer will deal with, I refuse to deal with contracts that are not serving my highest good, that are keeping me in a loop, and that are keeping me stuck in the same place. I release these contracts and I let go. I move forward. Number 33 right there. Write the shit down and move on. Forgive yourself and then forgive others. It is the only way to freedom. The only way. There is no other way. Well, how do I become free? Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Your mom treated you like shit growing up. Forgive her. Your dad was a piece of shit, wasn't there? Forgive him. Your brother, sister, you fought? Forgive them. Your friend fucked you? Forgive. You don't have to go be back with them. Just forgive them. So you don't have to go back to a person. You don't have to love a person. You don't have to be with that person. But and I'm saying this with strength. You have to forgive them. Otherwise, you're just gonna, I'm telling you, you're gonna go around the karmic wheel. There you go, little hamster. Go ahead. You're gonna get off and get food and water. You're gonna keep spinning and spinning and spinning. Oh my God, who knew how much I needed this? I'm so grateful I passed this. Well, this is why spirit will lead people. Somebody wrote to, because I said my thing says my info, my profile says you were guided here, and somebody wrote me a DM the other day. He goes, okay, so why was I guided here then, Miss? You were guided here, and I wrote to him, I don't know, why were you guided here? I said, maybe your spirit needed to see stuff that I was putting out, and so you were guided. He wrote, okay, like sarcastically. And I wrote back, just understand something. Pay attention to some of the videos I make, because nobody comes to me for no reason. They're not like, oh, I'm going to watch this girl for no reason. No, that's not how it works. You don't run into Florina by chance. It's you are meant to be here, okay? You're literally, your soul was like, Flo, when we go down to the earth, can we meet up and please, because I know you're going to come at me with some shit and you're going to tell me some shit. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then we come and then your soul made the contract with me to see me and to gather information from me. And that's how it works. That's how it works. Okay? So why would you keep hearing your ex's name in your head? This is an entity, queen. You know what entities are? Entities, this is a person, I'm a person, and then there's an entity, attachment to this person. When you leave an entity, they can't stand that. And so what they do is they put little thoughts in your head, like, John, go back to Jonathan. Because their entity can't be without you, because they suck. They were the energy. You were their food source, okay? Energy vampires. You ever been around a person, all of a sudden you get drained when you're around them? This person was sucking the life force out of you. Yes, understand that people carry entities, whether they be friends, family, boyfriends, whatever, husbands, whatever the fuck they are. They carry entity attachments, and when you leave their entity doesn't want you to leave them, so they'll whisper their name in your ear. Oh, think about him. Do this, do that. So you have to detach from their entity. This is where you're cutting the cord of the entity and cutting the contract with them and their entities. Matter of fact, when you write that letter, I cut the cords with the person and their entities. Everything you've been talking about, I've been told this last week. So I gotta tell you, if you got an entity attachment to you, that's their entity can't let go of you. And so you need to, their entity gotta go. Sorry, bitch, gotta go, right? You know what I'm saying? Love and late, but no. Because when you come around me, I'm drained and I'm tired and I'm irritated. So that tells me that my spirit is allergic to your demons. I mean, I don't know how else I'll say it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go around a person, you're tired, you're annoyed, you're frustrated. You're annoyed with their demons, bro. When we say demons, I'm not talking about. I mean, some of them actually literally do have that, but I'm talking about like their fucking their heaviness. You get around and be drained, and then this person gets away from you. That's like twin flames that you can't detach from. And when twin flames are not in a healed space, they get together. Remember, two fires either could make a magical flame or they could burn everything down, okay? So when twin flames are not healed and they didn't do the work separately before they come together with both their issues, it's toxic. It's like two people screaming, fighting, all that crazy shit. That's what twin flames, unhealed energy is about. So if you get with somebody, you're like, I know they're my twin flame, they're my soulmate, but it's all fights and this is the spirit's trying to tell you. You guys got to go off and do the work on your own. And then if it's meant to be, you'll find each other again. Because twin flames, they're like scissoring. It's impossible not to find each other again. Okay? You know how two vaginas get together and they find the clit? I don't know how they do that, but it's a miracle. They go together and they scissor, and then both their clits are rubbing up on each other. You know how hard that is to find that? That's how it's going to be. So all you got to do is go off, masturbate, and like bust a nut a couple of times on your own, then come together and have a sexual orgasm. But for now, y'all motherfuckers need to heal on your own, and then if it's meant to be, you'll come back, and if it's not in this lifetime, it'll be in another. But stop trying to make it work, bro. Stop trying to make it work. Stop. Yeah, I get a twitch in my eye when I think of people dying to make something work. Okay, I understand love is love, but obsession is very close to love. So let's not forget. If you think love is obsession and love, no. Those are not the same thing, baby. Okay? Yeah, or use your dildo. Exactly. Okay. So that's how you end the contract with anybody. A twin flame, a soulmate, a soul contract with family. That's how you do it. Either write it down, because if it is written, it is so. Okay? Burn it. You put some cinnamon in it, some bay leaves, some cloves. I don't know. Do something. Go outside in the trees and offer it to earth and ask her to absorb the negative energy for you. Trees absorb negative energy. So when you have negative energy, you feel overwhelmed, go outside and hold on to the tree for a little bit and ask it to absorb your negative energy, because trees are very powerful and negative energy don't affect them. So they just take it and they just get rid of it for you. Okay, so yeah, that was a lot of information. Oh, another thing, if you know anybody who has addictions as well too, that's another thing. Understand that spirit gets high through osmosis. You know what osmosis is, right? I do something, you feel it. It's almost empathy, but spirit gets high with you. If there are people who have addictions around you, just understand that they have an entity attachment. Spiritually, I would have them go get a cleanse. You understand what I'm saying? And tell them to break the contract with their entity attachment, their addiction demon, right? Dear demon of addiction, love and light to you. Thank you for teaching me that. These are my weakest points. You are wonderful. You are great. I love you. Thank you. I detach from you now. Ask them to do something like that. Do a spiritual cleanse on them. Palo Santo them and have them write that down. Releasing that addiction demon. If it don't make a difference a little bit, then they're not ready to let go of that entity and they very, very absorbed in it. But I promise you, if somebody's open to it, trust me, you will love it. Okay? They also, entities also attached, remember they attach to your vibration. Entities like to attach to depression, anxiety, fears, and addictions. They love to attach to people who have those, the low vibrational entities. That's what they feed off of. That's their food source. So if you're giving them negative energy and you're thinking negative and you're depressed and you're angry, thank you, Callaghan. I love you, babe. And you're thinking about negative stuff, you're feeding those entities. So that's why it's very important to raise your vibration as much as you can. Try. I mean, very rarely have negative thoughts now. Very rarely. And when I do, I'm like, Control, Alt, Delete, Control, Alt, Delete. That doesn't mean shit. That's like, not for me, not for me, not for me. Okay? Oh my gosh. Let's clear the energy. I'm getting a lot of... Okay. Clear the energy. Let's clear. Okay? Cut. This is how I open up a portal and I release energy out. Open the portal and release them out. Exit only portal. Get out, get out, get out. Out, out, out. Shh, shh, shh. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you. No, no, no. Nope. We're not doing it. Bye, bye. Everybody clear it. Love and light. Clear it. Love and light. Clear it. Love and light. Goodbye. Goodbye. Clear the energy now. Clear it in ground. Clear it in ground. Clear it in ground. Clear it in ground. Clear the energy in ground. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Remove these energies from here. I know it's a lot of energy coming through, because you know what? But at the end of the day, while I'm teaching you, I'm also teaching spirit. You understand that, right? Oh my God, I've been sober for 2 months. I've overdosed, and now I'm scared to go back. I knew I was drawn here today. So Teja, I just heard something. Don't go back, because the next time you won't be so lucky. And that's third time is not a charm for you. I'm just telling you that. Maybe spirit wants you to hear that message, because I'm hearing very hard-headed, and they're giving you the So I just want you guys to know that when I'm teaching you and you're learning and you're teaching others, or you're learning, that you have to understand spirits also learning with you. It is amazing and a beautiful thing when I speak of things like this, how many spirit I feel free themselves. They're like, what? They get some information and then they go home. Many times I've done a reading and I felt very heavy, and then all of a sudden just like lightness. Like thank you. I'll hear thank you, and they just go home. They're like, oh my God, I've been trapped this whole time. So when we teach, we learn. We teach, we learn. Yes, Tasia, I've also went through that too. So please stay here. We need you. And you're, light worker, starseed. The reason why you know why you do drugs, right? You know why you did drugs or drink alcohol. Let me tell you a secret, guys. You know why humans love drugs so much? Why is everybody's on a different type of drug? I'm going to tell you why. Alcohol, all that. Where you're from, originally, your spirit is like always high. It's always high. It always feels good. Like, when you get that drink and you're like, yeah, girl, woo. That's what your spirit feels like all the time. And now that you're in this physical form as a human, You no longer have that feeling, so you chase what? You're not chasing drugs. You're not an addict. You miss being home. Boom. Drop that down, baby. Look at that bomb I just exploded on your motherfuckers. You hear me? You're not an addict. You're not a bad person. You're chasing the feeling of being home, who you truly are. And who you truly are is a divine being who is able to do whatever and always feeling high. So guess what? That's why humanity chases the rush of being high all of the time. Mic drop on that motherfucker. You're not a bad person. You're not. This is why people smoke weed and do all that, because that's what your spirit feels like. It always feels high and free. And so what do? We chase the feeling because we miss home. All of us miss home, and this is not our home. This is the place we're visiting. We stopped here to do something, and that's why we gotta not stay here. We gotta leave, right? So nobody's getting high because they're stupid and they're losers and they're addicts and they're crackheads. No, they're all, all those addicts you see, all of them realized they didn't want to be here. They came to a place and they're like, what the fuck did I come here for? And they can't handle it. Suicides and things like that. God rest all their souls and may they be free. Most of them come and they've realized, oh my God, why did I come here? I hate it. I hate humanity. I hate Earth. You're on fire today. Dropped. Haha, I love you. Thank you for blessing me. Listen to me. All of those crackheads, drug addicts, heroin addicts you see, you're like fucking junkie, fucking. No, you have to understand lost souls, meaning they came here and they can't accept that they're here on earth. They don't like it. And so what do? They chase a feeling because they don't understand. They can't grasp the concept that they're here to visit earth and to do work, and then they're going to move forward. The wind just hit me right in the face. So never judge nobody because you don't know the journey that they're on. Like people who get depressed and people who have suicides and kill themselves, they also have the same thing. It's essentially they broke a contract with God because they could not stand the fact not knowing what they're feeling. Why am I here? What am I doing here? They just can't figure it out. It's like a lot of us, it takes us a long time, but most people figure it out, right? You have that spiritual awakening and then boom, okay? And I feel like I can hear from spirit more clear when I'm like, oh no, honey, I used to do coke all the time. If I do coke today, I'm hearing everybody, and this is not fun voices. I don't like it, and I mean I'll hear everybody, and I'm not trying to go down like that. It's not bad or good to get high or not get high. However, if you have addictive behaviors and you're doing it, it's considered it's bad because you need to. That's something you want to stay away from, and you're doing it for your higher self. So that's why it's really not something that we want to be messing with, because they do open up your mind to other dimensions, but a lot of them open your minds to not the greatest dimension. So you got to be careful, because if you open up your energy like that, I've seen people get drunk and they got possessed. And you could say, you're crazy. No, bitch, I've seen them. Their eyes turn black. Their voices changed. I seen it in my face. It happened. Okay, where I had to like grab them and pull. They were so strong. I was like, what the fuck? This bitch was like 90 pounds soaking wet, and I'm fighting this bitch with all my life. I'm pretty fucking strong, okay? I mean, I'm pretty fucking strong. This bitch was like, she's always like, oh my God, like talks like that, and then she turned into, she was like Shrek on crack, and it was bad. It was bad. It was very bad. I was scared. That's not the first time I've seen that. I've seen men get possessed while they're drunk on alcohol. That's why they call it wine and spirits, okay? That's why many cultures drinking the alcohol so that they can connect with the spirits. They can allow spirits to come into them. They'll literally say, I'm drinking so that I can allow spirits to come into me. Because you're open, you're vulnerable. When you're on drugs, when you're drinking, you're open and you're vulnerable. Yeah, I've smoked weed before and meditated, and I was like, what the fuck? And I saw shit, like crazy shit, Yeah, so don't play with that shit. Don't play with it unless, like, you're doing it, like, once in a while you're going out to drink. Even if you do coke and something like that. And you're like, I still don't agree with it, doing it. But, like, let's see, wow, once every 6 months and you get a little high and you drink a little. And you go right back to your regular life for the next year. That's a different story. But if you're, like, every weekend, every other day, you're calling a drug dealer, you're going out to drink you're spending $500 a week fucking just on drinking. You go out to the club and you spend... Time to change that. Time to change that. I'm hearing this. You could be saving a lot more money if you just took out all the expenses. Where it's nice to enjoy yourself, I'm hearing, but most of it is drunken time. So whoever that's for, take the alcohol out of the equation at least, because I'm hearing your liver is like, please stop. Like, stop. Some of you, wherever you are, you know who you are, whoever's watching, whoever will watch. Not saying it's for anybody here, but I'm just saying to you. Your liver is begging you to stop. That's one thing about me. I never drank. I wasn't a drinker. which is why I'm alive today. A lot of people I was around, they did drugs, but they drank, and that's why many of them passed on. God rest their souls. I equate me being alive today to not drinking and mixing, because you could be high on coke and Molly, you still can see straight, but alcohol is like, alcohol's the worst. People wake up going, what did I do last night? I've never done that. It's more like, what did I do last night? That's different. Now I'm like, oh, what did I remember anything? I remember everything I did, okay? See, I don't like alcohol. I've never been an alcohol. I have this bottle of wine that I got because I was like, oh, maybe if I want to have a couple of glasses of wine. Been sitting there for like 2 months, and I'm like, I don't know. Every night I'm like, oh, I'll just have one glass. No, I'm okay. You know, maybe one day I'll go out and hang out with a friend or something. We'll have a couple of glasses. I'm not a drinker. I don't like drinking. I hate it. I hate the feeling. It makes me angry. It makes me not happy, and it makes me do stupid shit. I don't know. And I will say, only when I drink do I ever think about doing other drugs. So let's just be clear with that, you know? That's why I stay away from that shit. Fuck that. I don't want to do that shit no more. I'm good. Especially me, I already can hear voices and sense voices. Imagine when my energy field opens up. I hear everything. The TV's talking, the fucking bathroom sink is talking, and I'm not saying I'm crazy, you're hallucinating. I'm not stupid. What do you think? I'm a baby, bitch? This ain't my first rodeo. I sniff a bag of coke, bitch. I could do Tony Montana kind of cocaine. I be up for 4 or 5 days. Bitch, don't fuck with me. But I'm not hallucinating. I hear it. You know? Play with me. Talking about, oh, I did a bag of coke. You trying to tell me I'm hearing voice? Bitch, please. All right, I done did fucking mountains of cocaine and I didn't hear no damn voices. But today, shit, bitch. I'll be up and like, everything's talking to me. A car passes by, I hear, whoa, yeah, bitch. I'm like, oh my God, did the car just talk? And like, people are like, you're crazy. I mean, you think so? No, I don't think so. Enlightenment. All right, one more message and let's clear the energy, clear it all the way through. Spirit, all the way through, please. Thank you. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, Archangel Michael, Raphael. Clear the energy, please, all the way through, all the way through, all the way through. Disconnect, disconnect, disconnect. Thank you. Disconnect, disconnect. Shh, disconnect. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So you got enlightenment, okay? In Golden Atlantis, the people were all enlightened beings who achieved this state of divine illumination by living serene, contemplative lives, honoring and respecting all people in the natural world. They maintained their high frequency by being in the moment, radiating love and appreciating all that they had. By holding positive attitudes and trusting the flow of life, they had constant connection with the divine and knew that they were a part of the oneness. Something I'd say to myself every day. Okay? Thank you, Classy. So your guidance is to stop doing and striving. Forget about tomorrow. Just still your mind and be in the now. In this quiet time, contemplate the wonders of life and appreciate all that you have, including the opportunity for life on earth. We were just talking about that. Your reward will be inner peace and a sense of divine connection. Enlightenment is being in oneness. Spirit is saying sit still, because I know me. I was going to start doing some shit to work more. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. And then I heard Spirit, like my stomach started tickling. They were like, yo, can you just chill the fuck out? But the Libra rising at me is like, money. I got to make money. No, babe. No. All right, this is another message and I'm going to go. Okay, so my knee's starting to hurt and I need to rest. I just watched All-Star Battle Season 1 and girl, you kicked ass. Love you. Thank you. I did really kick ass on that show. I don't know what the fuck out. But I was also a gymnast and a ninja warrior in a past life, so I'm not surprised. Okay. So Black Mage. Okay, one more message. I love you guys. Fuck money. Well, I love money. I have a good relationship with money today. I didn't used to back in the day. Okay, it's very important to have a good relationship with money. I like working on these are the words you're going to say. I like working on my finances. I enjoy organizing my finances. I enjoy receiving money and being able to give it to others if I have it. I enjoy keeping money. I enjoy saving money. I enjoy the pleasure of knowing that I accomplished to save money. I accomplished to organize my finances and bills and to keep track of my finances. I enjoy money. Me and money have a great relationship. Money is my friend. I'm money's friend. It's all energy, and I love money because money's good energy. You got to say shit like that every day about money because a lot of us have a bad clear it. Thank you. The Magi were highly trained shamans. Here we go. Alchemists and magicians with truly awesome powers. I need this card because this is for us. During the Golden Age, they used these skills for the benefit of all and were greatly revered. When the Magi decided to use their power for their own enrichment and ego, the frequency of Atlantis spiraled down. This is when the people got too egotistical, you see, because with great power comes great responsibility. So this is why a lot of people, they can't figure out they have power, because what do? They use it for themselves, and that's the problem. When you have power and magic in you, you're not just supposed to use it for yourself. It's supposed to be for the collective as well. Otherwise, it'll happen. You'll be powerful for a while, and then boom, it just all comes crashing down, just like Atlantis did, because they got too egotistical. I know I was in Atlantis. I've seen myself there. Too egotistical. I was there, a magician too, and I said I've done some stuff with dark magic, with magic altogether in a past life, which is why I stay away from doing spells in this lifetime, because I saw what it took us to when we did it. So I feel like humanity should just stay. Oh my God, I'm getting hit so hard in the head. So I just got hit so hard right here. That's why. And in this lifetime, I feel like people should stop doing that, because they're trying to manipulate the energy and the universal law. And life is supposed to go as it's supposed to go. And if you're saying do this and do that, there's a difference between manifesting positive things into your life. But there's another difference between lighting a candle and be like, I hope that your fucking ass gets in a car accident. Yeah, no, that's not okay. Let's clear it. Clear it on the left leg, please. Can you clear it? Thank you. And it's just going to show you, when you work with spirit and they respect you and respect them, when you ask for the energy to be cleared, it will be cleared. And those who don't adhere to it, I'm not saying I'm not threatening anybody, those who don't adhere to it, they will be removed. It's just, I have a team of people, of spirit, angels, other beings. When I ask for the energy to get cleared, the engine starts. You see what I'm saying to you? Right there, the car started. It gets cleared. And if they don't listen, a couple of them, they'll be like, they wait just, hi, you gotta go. And they're like, no, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So love and light, okay? The Magi, again, when the Magi decided to use their power for their own ego, the frequency of Atlantis spiraled down. Everything on Earth has a natural cycle. The Golden Age was the pinnacle of light, followed by eons of darkness. Now it is time to rise once more to a higher frequency. Change. This card indicates the end of a cycle. In this plane of duality, situations and relationships inevitably end, making room for different experiences. It's time to watch your ego and purify yourself, so that the new you can be better than the old. Watch your ego as you prepare for change. Watch your ego, because there might be something that you might get and you might be like, that's right, I know. I can't do that. I know I have to work with I have to check my ego oftentimes. When I know something good, yeah, exactly, Kelgan. And for real, and I'm serious. Like when I say people clearing energy, like, you guys don't understand. It's, for me, this is what I feel, wave, a rush of energy. And that's energy. It's not, there's no ghost and stuff. It's energy. Everything's energy. I don't envision that a million spirits are standing around me going, no, because I don't believe in that. I believe in energy. That's where my reality is, and my reality has to do with energy. So when I'm picking up voices and thoughts, and it's energy, the universal mind that we're all connected to, the cosmic web, and it's a web of minds. You're connected to that, okay? You're connected to that. Okay? So yeah, just remember that, okay? Just remember that, so that you don't have to be afraid of anything. It's like, even if you hear a voice say hello, or hello, or yo, there's not enough fear, because you're just picking up the sound of the vibration of the energy moving through the dimensions. But if you're like, oh, I see there's ghosts and spirit, if you believe that, I don't believe in that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because all the years, and I'll tell you, I'll never will see one, because I don't believe in that. I've never seen a ghost, never seen none of that, never. What I've seen is visions in my third eye of wonderful beings. Mary, Jesus' mother, she appeared to me in my third eye, and I was like this. Let's say my eyes were closed. It was a projection, like a screen, a hologram. She was right on top of me here while I was meditating, and showed herself to me. Okay? Spirit shows me. They're telling me, tell people that's all an illusion. That's why they never showed me that stuff. Like, when I was younger, I used to see dark energy and stuff like that. And sometimes when I'm watching, I could see with my eye energy floating through in dark energy. But it's not a person standing there. It's not. And I never will see that, because that's not what I believe in. I believe we're all forms of energy and we're floating around, and that's where we're at. Even the people that manifest themselves into the 3D, into the spirit form, and they're still a physical form of themselves, that's their projection of themselves. I can't see them that way because all I see is energy. They see themselves as a person still wearing the same clothes and all that. Not me. I see you as, you're a floating energy to me. You're just like a little dot and you're just floating. Okay? That's how you get yourself out of fear, okay? Divine Essence. Drawing this card suggests that you return to basics and examine who you are. Allow your divine essence to guide you. Innocence is a highly evolved state, which allows you to be natural, joyful, and at one with your higher self. Your guidance is to be yourself. Be true to yourself. Beautiful. Ooh, one more. Look what I pulled. The High Priest. Ciao. Okay, at any given time, there were 6 high priests and 6 high priestesses of Atlantis. Did you know that at one time Virgos were instantly considered oracles? If you were a Virgo at a certain time, like, you know, like the 300 BC or something like that, where like, you know, 300, the movie 300 with, you know what I'm talking about, the movie 300 in that time, the Spartans and shit. Yep, there was women that were Virgos and they were automatically considered oracles. If you were born a Virgo and you grew up and you were beautiful, they considered you an oracle. That's a fact. At any given time, the high priest, number 6. At any given time, there were 6 high priests and 6 high priestesses of Atlantis, which I believe strongly I was either a mage or a high priestess, or a high priest, actually a high priest, a male. Highly evolved cosmic beings who took instructions directly from the Intergalactic Council. Each was in charge of one of 12 regions. They were noble leaders who worked selflessly for the greatest good of the people. They presided over important ceremonies and poured pure high-frequency light down onto the populace to maintain the light of Atlantis. This card indicates leadership. If you pick this card, it suggests that you take command of your life and demonstrate who you truly are. You are called upon to exercise your leadership qualities, to act with integrity, and to take clear, wise decisions, and to empower others for the highest good of all. This is a time for strong and selfless service. Lead with strength and wisdom. I mean, look at my thing. It says I'm here to train angels. Like, I am of service to humanity because that's what I do. I service humanity and the collective. But it's not the kind of service where I'm like, I'm tired. No, that's like this kind of service that brings me more energy and pure joy, okay? I love you guys. Love and light to you. Let me go. I'm servicing right now. This is service. This is, people charge hundreds of dollars for a show like this. A show like this. Okay, cooperation. What you can share. What can you share today? Maybe your friendship, your time, or something tangible. Receiving this card guides you to give away anything you won't no longer need. It also suggests that you cooperate with others for the greater good. Be generous, hearted, and your rewards from the universe will be great. Cooperate in a vision greater than yourself. Yeah, that's one thing I want to start doing. Like, I want to start volunteering somewhere or doing something, and I'm gonna try to see that this week. But I've been, like, you know, since the surgery, I've been kind of like stuck in bed, but I'm almost out. I'm almost done. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys. I love you all, guys. Okay, what cards are those? Those are, and it's funny, let me tell you something. The cards that I bought for the cheapest, like $15, were always the best cards. Like the animal spirit deck I got was like $9, and they're the best deck I ever got. This one, this is like, I think $15, $16. It's called Atlantis cards, okay? Diana Cooper, Atlantis cards. And these have great knowledge about Atlantis. That's why I love them. That's why I love them, okay? That's why I love them, okay? So be patient with yourself today. Love and light to you guys. You're going to be, some people are going to be receiving a different type of life soon. And Spirit's trying to get you prepared, you know? Let your ego be in check. Don't allow that shit to fuck with your aura. There's some changes coming about, and just accept and believe that you deserve the changes, and they will all come to you, okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the flippity floppity floop. Soldier! I'll see you guys later. Soldier, I think you need to rewatch this whole live. I'll see you later, guys, and bye. Bye, guys. Bye.